Welcome back, everybody, to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We just got done talking about the Team USA individual roster and the relay teams for the swimming in the Olympics. So now we're going to recap the Dow Championships that ended on Sunday in our last and final segment of today's show. I'm telling you guys, there's so many things that are happening this weekend. So the annual Dow Championship took place from June 24th to the 30th at the Midland Country Club in Michigan, and this is a much different competition given that people are competing in pairs. Okay, so let's start by talking about round one. Okay, so here are the top competitors from and top performances from the first day. Atthaya Thitikul and Ruoning Yin opened with a score of 64. Thitikul has the most top 10 finishes on the LPGA Tour over the last 2 seasons, but has yet to have a victory. Ewing and Jennifer Kupcho also scored 64. Ewing has had notable recent performances with 3 consecutive top 5 finishes, 2 in major championships. Boutier and Jeanette Wanasian both have not gotten much attention before the competition started, but they snuck in there and ended with 64 as well on the first day. Boutier has improved her putting significantly, moving up 22 spots in strokes gained putting ranking. Brooke, Henderson, and Lexi Thompson were sort of favorites going in, and they finished with a score of 66. Low-key, they were kind of my favorites going into. Based on this first round, Henderson has shown a lot of improvement in strokes gained off the tee from last season to this season. Also opening with 66 was Charlie Hull and Georgia Hall. Based on the first day, Hull ranked highly in strokes gained off the tee to green and approach. Lastly, Haran Ryu and Somi Lee opened with 67. Ryu ranks 4th on the LPGA Tour in strokes gained approach since April 1st. Moving on to round 2. This is when things got really good. Australian LPGA Tour winner Grace Kim made a hole-in-one. That's always amazing to watch. Go watch that again if you can. The 23-year-old aced the par 3 7th hole, holing out from 145 yards with her 7-iron to record the first hole-in-one of both her life and her LPGA Tour career. Kim's partner this week and her fellow Epson Tour graduate Austin Kim accomplished the same feat just a few months ago at the JM Eagle LA Championship presented by Plus Pro, holding out for an ace on her own on the par 3 18th hole at Wilshire Country Club, and was incredibly excited to watch her teammate join the hole-in-one club at the Great Lakes State. Kim said, quote, "I hit a 3/4 7-iron. The wind was off the left, so I was like, it is not going to get there. I was also obviously just trying to put it close. All I see is it disappear. I've had a lot of close shaves, and this is actually my first one. So it's very exciting. Everyone was really happy for me, so it was very nice to share that moment," unquote. Also, major champion Hinako Shibuno also made a second ace of the day, holding out on the par 3 18th hole. Shibuno then followed the Grace Kim's lead, making her second career ace on the closing hole of Midland Country Club, a shot that helped her and her teammate Minami Katsu to a 9 under 61 in the 4-ball format, propelling them inside the cut line after they opened with a 1 over 71. Shibuno's partner Katsu was grateful for her teammate managed to hole out on 18 as it shifted the momentum of their round after the pair got off to a quiet start on their first 8 holes of the day. So in all 5 teams skyrocketed to the top of the leadership at the leaderboard. I feel like that's a better way to say it, leaderboard. At the second round, Team Sloth Machine, which are, and guys, I so apologize for these team names. They confuse me so much. I need to see like actual people's names, so I apologize for the team names, like if they get confusing. But the people that were all skyrocketed to the top of the 5 were Team Sloth Machine, which were Javarir Boonshot and Jeanette Wanasian. I find that one so funny. Ping Pals, which are Jennifer Kupcho and Ali Ewing. Team 2K, which are Austin Kim and Grace Kim. Team Hot Pot, which are Sujia Sheng and Wailu Su. And Team Huge, which are Nana Correas Madsen and Nicole Bross Istrom, all at 12 under. I don't even know what I was just trying to say. Team 2K took advantage of the low scoring opportunities that Midland Country Club presents, going 6 strokes lower from their 3 under 67 foursome score to jump into tie for first. Major champions Celine, Boutier, and Yuka Saso did something in the second round of the Dow Championship that has only been done once in the history of the annual team play event. After opening with 4 over 74 in foursomes on Thursday and with their backs against the wall, Team BS, and yes, that is their name, pulled out all the stops on Friday at Midland Country Club, carding a 12 under 58 to claw their way back inside the cut line at the Dow Championship. With the 58, Boutier and Saso tied the 18-hole tournament scoring record in the 4-ball format, as the first and only other 58 was recorded in 2019 by Minji Lee and Jin Young Ko during the final round of the inaugural Dow Championship. It's also just the 7th time in Dow Championship history that a sub-60 round has been carded, with the last instant coming in 2022 when Maria Fassi and Stacey Lewis shot 59 in the final round at Midland Country Club. Considering how far out of the conversation the duo was at the start of the second round, sitting in a tie for 59th and 10 shots out of the lead, Boutier and Saso were incredibly pleased with their day 2 comeback and can breathe a sigh of relief that they are once again playing the weekend, having finished in a tie for third last season in their debut as partners. Starting their second round on number 10, Boutier and Saso grabbed 2 birdies in their first 3 holes on the par 4 10th and par 4 12th holes to get back to 2 over for the tournament, collecting 2 more birdies on holes 15 and 18 to turn and 31 at even par overall. The pair turned up the heat on their closing 9, rattling off 7 consecutive birdies on holes 1 through 7 to launch themselves up the leaderboard. Team BS then parred 8 before picking up one last birdie on the par 4 9th hole to post a 58 and vault from T59 to T59 to T22, just 4 shots back of the 5 co-leading teams at 8 under overall with 36 holes to play in Michigan. And so now let's talk about round 3. Beginning the day at 10 under, Team Jin and Konik, which was Atthaya Thitikul and Ruoning Yin, parred the first 2 holes before boogieing the par 5 third hole and double boogieing the par 3 fourth hole, a pair of mistakes that saw the partners slip back to 7 under overall. Afterwards, Thitikul and Yin then made 3 consecutive birdies on holes 5, 6, and 7 to erase their early mistakes and get back to 10 under for the tournament, parring their next 2 holes to turn in 35. They struck again with a birdie on the par 5 11th hole to move to 11 under, and after making pars on 12, 13, and 14, the team got to 12 under with a birdie on the par 4 15th hole. The partners closed out their round with a 1-2 punch of birdies on 17 and 18, posting a 4 under 66 in the foursomes format, and an impressive bounce-back performance after a challenging start to their round. Lastly, on round 4, it really came down to the last putt, but Atthaya Thitikul and Ruoning Yin won the Dow Championships by 1 stroke. Starting the final round in the tie for second, the Olympic-bound duo got off a hot start, recording 3 straight birdies on numbers 2, 3, and 4, and adding 2 more on holes 7 and 9 to take some momentum into the back 9. Unfortunately, that momentum slowed down, and with just 3 birdies to count for on the back, Team Ping Pals, comprised of Ewing and Jennifer Kupcho, were able to make a surge back up to the leaderboard, eventually trading blows with Yin and Thitikul as play came to an end. After number 14, the 2 teams really began to take their shots at one another. Kupcho and Ewing grabbed back-to-back birdies on numbers 14 and 15 compared to Yin and Thitikul's pars to keep pace. Numbers 16 and 17 were washed as both teams secured a pair of pars heading into the pivotal par 3 18th hole. Thitikul stuck it on the green and stared down a putt to win the championship. With the newly redesigned Dow Championship trophy on the line, Thitikul left no doubt and sunk the birdie putt to give Jin and Ruoning a 1-stroke lead over the Ping Pals. Back-to-back pars for Ewing and Kupcho left needing a birdie to force the first playoff in Dow Championship history, and after both of their tee shots, that task seemed more daunting. Ewing stuck hers on the 18th green, hitting it to approximately 20 feet, while Kupcho left hers short, hitting the front fringe of the island green. Kupcho's attempt at the hole out from the fringe was unsuccessful, and it was ultimately up to the Mississippi State alum to force a playoff. Ewing gave it her best effort, but ultimately missed just below the hole, giving Jin and Ruoning the win. This was Kupcho's first top 10 finish at the Dow Championship since winning the event in 2022 with partner Lizette Salas, and it was Ewing's first top 10 finish in the third start in the tournament. The Danish duo of Nana Koris Madsen and Nicole Broch-Idstrup finished tied for third after going bogey free with 7 birdies on Sunday's 4-ball round. The 2 both earned their first top 10 finishes of the 2024 season, with Broch-Idstrup also making her first LPGA Tour start this year. Another duo also finished their first top 10 finish of the season as well. Hajai Kang earned her third top 10 finish of the Dow Championship in her first this season. while Inky Kang finished inside the top 10 for the first time since 2019. Rounding out the top 5 were the 2 English Olympians, Charlie Hull and Georgia Hall. The best friends shot 63s in both of their 4-ball rounds. Austin and Grace Kim also finished inside the top 5, with Grace making her first career ace in the second round, like I said. John Shippen Women's Invitational winners Georgia Uba and Lakari Bur finished tied for 8th, going boogie free with 8 birdies. So that concludes our show for today. Thank you guys for tuning in to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you guys once again, and have a wonderful day.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn.